Tonight on Up to Speed with Trip Simpson, we'll discuss the LA ICE raid riots and why, for some strange reason, black folks just have to find a way out of no way to become the victim. All that and more on episode number 126 of Up to Speed with Trip Simpson.
The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Up to Speed with Trip Simpson. I am your host, Trip Simpson, in the building.
And you gonna get off his corners? You gonna leave his people be? Or you the one that's gonna find yourself a new plug?
You don't mean that shit?
The fuck I don't. I built this shit. Me. Brick by brick. And I'll be damned if I let you tear it down just cause you don't like the way another nigga talk.
All right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, before we get into this live stream, first and foremost, as always, you know we got to handle business. Let's get it.
Family moving up in the business. I know you're going to look after family.
What family you talking about, Ice?
Fuck, I look invisible, nigga.
That's right. I'm not invisible, so do me a favor. If you're watching live on YouTube, X, or Facebook, do me a favor, hit that like button. If you're not already subscribed, hit that subscribe button, tap that notification bell, and select all. Also, hit that share button. Okay? Hit that share button, and don't forget to comment in the live chat below. By commenting in the live chat below, hitting the like button, and hitting the share button, you help us to get this video off into the algorithm. Now, let's get it. All right? So, this is going to be a very, very short live stream tonight, okay? Unless we get some calls later in the show, because, you know, I definitely want to hear what you guys think on this particular topic tonight. But yeah, to be honest, I wasn't even going to do a show tonight, but the level of disgust that I have for you left-wing lunatic Negroes is beyond 1,000, okay? It's beyond 1,000. It's like, just when you think that you niggas can't stoop any lower with your political IQ as a collective, you take it to the depths of hell. You people take it to the absolute lowest. And it's upsetting to watch, just to say the least. Now, in case you're unaware of what I'm speaking about, tonight's show is going to be about the current unrest in the state of California over the ICE raids of illegal immigrants. Okay, now for a quick reference, I'm going to play this news clip real quick so that we're all up to speed, just in case some of you guys have been hiding under a rock and you don't know what's going on. All right, so real quick, let's get to that news clip. All right, here we go.
We begin tonight, though, with a live look in Los Angeles. Protesters by the hundreds spread to the freeways in and around downtown Los Angeles, blocking traffic. A series of federal immigration sweeps sparked heated protests across the city for the past 2 days.
Nearly 300 National Guard troops have arrived under orders from President Donald Trump. It's the first time in decades that a state's National Guard has been activated without a request from its governor. President Trump made statements today when interviewed, claiming protesters are spitting on troops.
When they spit at people, they spit. That's their new thing. They spit, and worse, you know what they throw at them, right? And when that happens, I have a little statement. They say, they spit, we hit.
What's the bar for sending Marines to the
What I think it is. I mean, if we see danger to our country and to our citizens, we'll be very, very strong in terms of law and order.
As we mentioned, this has been going on since Friday when a number of arrests, 44 arrests, were made in downtown L.A. in the clothing area at one of the clothing manufacturers there. And you're looking live now at the protests on Saturday where a car fire blocked an intersection. The protests center around confrontations between federal immigration officers and the protesters trying to stop them from carrying out detentions and deportations. So thanks for joining us on this Sunday at the News at 5. I'm David Rose.
And I'm Sabir Rayford. Reporter Evan Brown takes a closer look at how the protests grew to this level.
We'll send whatever we need to make sure there's law and order.
National Guard troops were active in Los Angeles Sunday after President Donald Trump signed a memorandum deploying 2,000 guardsmen to address the city's, quote, lawlessness. The president's orders come after clashes broke out Friday evening between federal immigration authorities and protesters who demand an end to the recent immigration raids.
Well, I think the president did exactly what he needed to do. These are federal laws, so we have to maintain the rule of law, and that is not what is happening.
On Friday, ICE agents arrested dozens of people, sparking the protests. By Saturday, law enforcement in riot gear needed tear gas and flashbang explosives to dispel crowds. The added manpower has only deterred some from speaking out. A group of protesters were seen shouting at several armed troops in...
I'm going to stop it right there. So here's what's crazy to me, right? You have thousands of foreigners on U.S. soil taking up arms against the federal government, okay? You got thousands of foreigners illegally here taking up arms against the federal government, obstructing justice, and destroying property, all because they don't want to go back to the country that they are from. Okay, all while simultaneously waving their home country's flag and burning American flags. I mean, that just baffles the hell out of me. If you're so proud of your country, where you feel like you need to wave your country's flag on our country's soil, why don't you just go back there? Why don't you just go back? If your culture and your heritage is so great, which I'm sure it is, why don't you go back to your country? Why don't you go back? Now, this is somehow a cause that the Democrats and liberal Negroes want to get behind, but yet they act like January 6th was the end of the goddamn world. Okay, this is literally a foreign invasion, like literally. These people are not citizens of the United States of America. They are non-citizens. But the Democrats are behind this shit 100%. And you niggas fitting to follow these idiots straight to the depths of hell. Let me give you all a perfect example, right? I want y'all to look at some of this shit. Look at some of this shit that's been going on at these so-called peaceful protests. All right? Let's get it. All right. So here we go. They're burning American flags. They're burning American flags. You want to stay in our country, but you're burning our flag. How does this make any sense? Why are you fighting for people who do things like this to stay in this country? Make it make sense to me. And I'm gonna give you Negroes who disagree a chance to call in. I'm gonna put the chat, and I'm gonna put the link in the chat. And if you disagree with what I'm saying, you can call in And you can give me your reasons why you think illegal immigrants should stay here. But look at the type of shit they doing. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. Check this out. Look at this. They're burning our flag and holding up a Mexican flag, but they don't want to go back to Mexico. Make this shit make sense. Look at this.
My Mexican flag, green, white, and red. That's my flag. What are you pledge allegiance to? What are you pledge allegiance to?
And listen to what he's saying. He's bragging about his Mexican flag. He's bragging about his Mexican flag, right? While burning the American flag, but begging the federal government to let him stay here. Look at this shit.
That's my flag. What are you pledge allegiance to? What are you pledge allegiance to? Hey, show a Mexican flag. It's Mexico. Nobody else, not this country. Yeah, only Mexico. Show that brand right there. Only Mexico. Viva Mexico.
Somebody please make sense of this. Please. Somebody please make sense of this. This is what y'all are marching for. This is what you guys are whining and crying about. Look at this shit. I want y'all to check this out. Hold on. I want y'all to check this out. Check this out. Y'all see this shit? These people are completely out of control. And that's not even ICE that they're attacking right now. That's the goddamn California State Highway Patrol. That's not even ICE. And you mean to tell me this is a peaceful protest? All that whining and crying y'all did about January 6th and the insurrection that never happened, and y'all sit back and condone this. I'm gonna play it for you one more time. Let's go. We'll go back to this.
My Mexican flag, green, white, and red. That's my flag. What are you pledge allegiance to? Fuck this flag. What are you pledge allegiance to? Hey, show a Mexican flag. It's Mexico. Nobody else, not this country. Yeah, only Mexico. Show that brand right there. Only Mexico. Viva Mexico, motherfucker.
So look, man, let me say this. And let me be clear. Y'all are lucky I'm not the president. Okay? Because if I was giving out the orders would be crystal clear on what to do with these people.
Fatality.
That's exactly what I would order my troops to do. Okay, and again, at least the J6 protesters were actually citizens with a legit concern. These people in California literally have no legal leg to stand on, like at all. You entered the country illegally and you're refusing to leave as if the American taxpayers owe you something. And what's funny is, go to Mexico and refuse to leave and see how the federales treat your dumb ass. If by the grace of God you happen to survive the encounter, they're gonna throw your dumb ass in Mexican prison for as long as they want until they feel like booting your ass back to the States. And ain't damn Mexican fitting to protest for your dumb ass either. Ain't no Mexicans about to be in the streets protesting for you in Mexico if you refuse to leave. All right, and that kind of brings me back to my point, right? Which is black folks begging and pleading to get in on the Victim Olympics. All right, that's been a reoccurring theme on this show. Black folks begging and pleading to play victim, even where there's no victim card to play, even when it has nothing to do with you. You Negroes still find a way where there's no way to make yourself a victim. All right, now let's go to none other than good old TikTok. All right, let's go to TikTok. Here we go. Check this first clown out.
I can't handle this, y'all. This is crazy, yo. I didn't think this was about to affect me like this. But our neighbor's school, y'all know I work at a school.
This whole ass nigga crying.
Are you crying?
No.
Are you crying? Are you crying? There's no crying. There's no crying in baseball.
This nigga's crying, bro. He's crying.
Fuck. Our neighbor in school, I think it's Gratas, I don't know how to say it. It's Gratas or something like that. They were having their graduation. And there's helicopters in the sky. Most of these schools are. Fuck, yo. Most of these.
Side note, and this is what you liberal Negroes look like and sound like. When you're whining and crying on Twitter about what Donald Trump did today and what Donald Trump did, this is what you niggas look like. This is what you niggas look like.
Are you crying?
No.
Are you crying? Are you crying? There's no crying. There's no crying in baseball.
Schools are predominantly Hispanic. Most of these schools are predominantly Hispanic. Gratas, I believe elementary, was having their graduation. And all of a sudden a bunch of parents have to run out because ISIS is there. This is the story that I'm hearing. And, you know, our school goes on lockdown. Our principal, you know, tells us it's a drill, but we know it's not a drill. And, you know, I had to come outside. It's my break. We kind of got like off of a soft lockdown. And, you know, parents had to run out because they don't have papers. And they had to...
I got to stop him here. I really want to know, what did y'all think was going to happen when Trump became the president? He literally campaigned on this for the past 10 years. Trump has been saying he wants to kick all the illegal immigrants out. Okay? He wins the presidency. He's been campaigning on this at least the last 2 years. You know for a fact. He's had Tom Homan ever since he won the election in November. Tom Homan has come out and been telling you, we're going to come and we're going to get you. What do you expect? Did you think they were bluffing? Did you think they were bluffing? Now you're sitting up here crying. What you should have did was either try to get your situation straight or go back to where you came from, or do a better job at hiding. I don't know. But the American taxpayers are not here to be the saviors of the entire world. That shit is over. We are $36 trillion in debt, and we have a country of our own that we need to fix. We can't afford to be everybody's daddy and mommy like we were in the 80s and 90s. That shit's over. The freeloaders gotta go.
Leave their kids because the kids do. What type of shit is this, yo?
By the way, if you're just now tuning in or you've been tuning in, do me a favor, hit the like button, hit the share button. Also, if you got any opinions or anything like that, don't forget to comment in the live chat below. By commenting in the live chat below, hitting the like button, hitting the share button, no matter what platform you're on, you help us get this video off in the algorithm. Let's go.
And then kids are freaking grabbing teachers and crying on their leg because they don't know if they're about to see their parents when they get home. What the fuck is this? And we voted for this shit?
I definitely voted for this shit. I definitely voted for it.
15 people just got picked up on Wilshire at the Home Depot. On Wilshire. Yo. Man, oh my God. This is not right. This is not right, yo.
All right, let's go to another one.
While everybody is out having fun and celebrating BET, Black excellence, Black everything. I love Black owned, Black everything. There is a bigger issue at hand right now. The issue that we have right now is our brown brothers and sisters. The ICE raid.
Here we go with this black-brown coalition. These Negroes kill me with this shit. They swear somebody in a coalition. Ain't nobody in a coalition with none of you niggas. Matter of fact, if I was another ethnicity, I would never want to sign up to be in a coalition with niggas. I don't know why you guys think that. When the shoe is on the other foot, ain't none of these motherfuckers coming out the woodworks with a coalition. Y'all niggas crazy, man. Let's go.
In Los Angeles are real. I just scrolled on
shout out to Holly J. She says criminals getting caught at their kids' graduation is nothing new. Facts. Ain't nothing new. Niggas get locked up every day, B.
Instagram when I got back home, and I seen that there was another one in Compton, California. And I also seen on Instagram that there was another one in Inglewood. No lie, I feel like this shit is wrong. I feel like we could do better as people. A lot of people came to America for a dream. You know, a lot of people are specifically in California because this is where you hustle at. The families that are being separated, my heart feels for them.
It's so funny to me. Like, none of these people were saying any of this shit when Obama deported 3 million people. None of them said any of this. And that's the difference, right? The difference is because Obama deported just as much or maybe even more. At the rate Trump's at, he still probably won't even be able to match Obama's rate of deportation, right? The difference between Trump and Obama is that when Obama was deporting people, the Democratic leadership in those jurisdictions cooperated with Obama. So it didn't look as crazy as this. They were just getting locked up in silence. But see, it's because it's Trump, and you have Gavin Newsom and Karen Bass at the helm, they're not cooperating this time. So they're making this shit into this big old thing that it's not. The bottom line is they're arresting criminals. They're arresting people who illegally hopped over the border and are using up taxpayers' resources. This shit really ain't rocket science. If you don't come here legally, you have to go.
Imagine bringing your child to California, or just bringing your family to California for a better life, because where you come from is bad, and then all of a sudden an orange president comes and says you gotta go back. A lot of them people don't want to go back. A lot of the people are running from cartels, hunger.
Okay, let me stop it right there. So the videos I just showed you guys of people waving the Mexican flag, burning American flags, she's saying that these people don't want to go back. They're running from cartels. Okay, well, why don't you fight the cartel the same way you fighting the ICE agents? Why don't you fight the cartel the same way that you're fighting against the police in Los Angeles right now? Throw rocks at the cartel. Throw smoke bombs at the cartel. Go throw yourself in front of a cartel truck. Do all that to them if they're so bad and they're mistreating you so bad in Mexico. The same things that you're doing to ICE, go do that to the cartel. Maybe if you guys mob up by the millions and come together against the cartel who you claim is oppressing you, then maybe you'll have a better life in Mexico. But don't come to America making the cartel our problem. Especially as a black man in America. Okay, black people went through a hell of a lot of shit in America. And guess what? We dealt with it and we overcame it. We dealt with it and we overcame it. And guess what? Y'all can do the same shit in Mexico. Let's go.
You name it. Everybody has a different reason. Then I also seen it was like a documentary, and it was about how the children who are being caught up in these ICE raids or that are facing deportation, a lot of them are having to go in front of a judge with no representation. I'm 7 years old. I don't know what the hell is going on. But here in the United States of America, they allow shit like that. And a lot of people, y'all think this shit is funny. This is not a game. This is not a game. Just remember your skin color when you laughing at shit, because you could be next. Pray for these people. Pray for these children, because it ain't right.
All right, let's get to the next one. She's an idiot. Let's go. Who we got? All right, let's go to her.
I'm that type of person that's gonna have your back all day long, but when it comes time to hold your feet to the fire, I'm gonna hold your feet to the fire, and the time has come. So gather around, listen up, let me learn you something. Birthright citizenship, it had to be started because of Black people. Birthright citizenship is tied to slavery. Before the Civil War, Black people, enslaved or free, weren't considered people. They weren't considered citizens. This is Dred Scott. Dred Scott fought for our right to exist as people in this country. Dred Scott and his wife Harriet sued for their freedom. He was a slave, bought and sold like a piece of property. In 1857, Supreme...
Bro, what the hell does this have to do with the ICE raids? You know what I'm saying? These Negroes, they love bringing up birthright citizenship and all this crap. First of all, birthright citizenship doesn't affect Black people at all. Matter of fact, it was made for Black people coming out of slavery. And now it's just being abused by people who want to come over here and have babies to automatically become American citizens. And they keep bringing up this birthright citizenship shit with the raids because they're trying to scare Black people into joining in with this foolishness, right? And I want to play something for y'all real quick, because y'all claim that Trump is going to use birthright citizenship against Blacks when he can't.
Get birthright citizenship or automatic citizenship for the children of...
Hold on, give me a second. Do this right. All right, check this out.
As we are fighting hard to get birthright citizenship or automatic citizenship for the children of illegal aliens, that's another way. It's automatic citizenship for children of illegal aliens. That's the other term that they use, which is actually more accurate, more understandable. And it's ridiculous. We're the only country that has it, and certainly the only country that has it to that extent. And it wasn't meant, if you look, it was really meant for children of slaves. This is when it happened to children of slaves. It was not meant for everyone to come into our country by airplane or charging across the borders from all over the world and think they're going to become citizens. It's not meant for that. It wasn't meant for that. And hopefully at some point the courts will understand that without having to go through a whole big deal. This was meant for the children of slaves. And look at the timing of it and you'll see, and I hope judges will understand that. And it has to stop because it's really hurting our country very badly. In the coming weeks, I'm looking forward to working with Congress on a reconciliation bill that
Bam, so there we have it. So put the whole birthright citizenship shit to rest. Trump is not out to get black people with this shit. He wants to end birthright citizenship so these people who aren't supposed to be here stop hopping the border, having babies here, and sucking up the resources from the people who need them, which are the American people. All right? So there we have it. Now, while we do have a lot of black folks who aren't falling for the okie doke, as you can see, the overwhelming majority of us are standing behind the immigrants because, like I said, niggas just can't get enough of the victim mentality. And it's not just random nobodies on TikTok like the people that I just played, right? It's not just them spreading this foolishness. All your favorite race grifting, race baiting black American gatekeepers are also keeping this victim mentality alive. All right, it's all your of your same usual suspects. All right, I want you to check this out real quick. This is gonna be, what's her face? Maxine Waters. Check this out, Maxine Waters.
I just came to use my congressional authority to check on things.
Ma'am, we're logging securely now to all visitors.
Excuse me, I need to get in.
Contact our public appeal.
I need to get in.
Oh my God, that shit is hilarious. That shit is hilarious, man. That shit is hilarious. All right, let's go. Let's go.
What are you hoping to do, Congresswoman?
I just want to see David work to right six.
Would a congressperson normally be able to enter the...
Normally, yes.
What is happening here?
Well, there were some of the authorities, I don't know who they were, and I'm trying to get in to see David Worker, who they have arrested. He is the head of SEIU local union here. I don't know why he was targeted. I don't know what they're doing with him. I don't know whether they're going to deport him. I want to report back. Hello?
So, I mean, here's my thing, though. Like, what the hell was she going to do if she actually got in the door? All right? Talking about some congressional authority, bro. Come on, man. These people are insane. They are insane, and they're doubling down on stupid. And this is why they lost the presidency in the first place. This is why they lost the presidency in the first place, because they're doubling down on this dumb shit. I mean, they are literally handing J.D. Vance the presidency as we speak. All right? Now, let's get into some of these celebrities. Let me find this Vic Mensa. Try see if I can find this Vic Mensa. Here we go. Vic Mensa. Here's Vic Mensa. This
the same oppressor that exploits the African abuses the Latino. And please believe if they could figure out how to deport niggas, they've been trying since the Emancipation Proclamation. The same enemy has used these same methods to divide, devalue, and destroy. Common enemy, common goal. The same corporations that run the ICE detention centers run the state and federal prisons, where our people are doing slave labor for 13 cents an hour. Those same corporations abduct and hold Palestinians in Israel. And not only are the same riot police deployed against blacks and Latinos, they receive training, information, and technology from the IOF. Historically, we were snatched from the shores of Africa and brought to Central and South America. Don't be fooled into believing this struggle is not ours. They come for you in the night, they'll come for me in the morning. So shit, inshallah, the Latinos in Los Angeles County really unify, because there's 4.5 million of them. 2,000 National Guard. Fuck they gonna do with 5 million people? It's the same oppressor that exploits the
So, I gotta say, man, okay, there we have it. These people, they make these claims without any solid evidence or adequate examples to go by. Now, he did bring up the prison industrial complex, right? But the reality of the situation is that 99.9% of the people affected by the prison system could have avoided it. They could have avoided it by obeying the freaking law. But anyways, I'm gonna play this back one more time. Because I want y'all to listen to how he just injected black people onto struggles that we have absolutely nothing to do with. He starts talking about the slave trade in Gaza and all this shit, and just talks about all these injustices, and literally tries to roll them into the ICE raids out of nowhere. All right? All in the name of trying to keep the victim mentality alive. All right? Listen to this shit one more time. Listen to how crazy this dude sounds.
African abuses the Latino. And please believe if they could figure out how to deport niggas, they've been trying since the Emancipation Proclamation. The same enemy has used these same methods to divide, devalue, and destroy. Common enemy, common goal. The same corporations that run the ICE detention centers run the state and federal prisons, where our people are doing slave labor for 13 cents an hour. Those same corporations abduct and hold Palestinians in Israel. And not only are the same riot police deployed against blacks and Latinos, they receive training, information, and technology from the IOF. Historically, we were snatched from the shores of Africa and brought to Central and South America. Don't be fooled into believing this struggle is not ours.
And this nigga keeps saying we. He keeps saying we. This nigga's like, ain't he like half white and half African? It ain't no we, nigga. You African. I think he's like half Ghanaian. The Africans from Ghana sold us over here. Don't get it twisted. I can't stand when these African, and shout out to the African niggas, no disrespect, but don't come over here talking about they sold us, and motherfucker, y'all sold us over here. As a matter of fact, most of your leaders in a lot of these African countries who are still rich to this day are rich off the money they made from selling slaves. And in fact, in some of these countries, they're still enslaving people. So yeah, I ain't trying, man. This nigga Vic Mensa is a damn clown, man. First of all, this nigga's rich, okay? He's rich. And he would never have become rich had he not had an American citizenship under the system that he claims is so damn racist and oppressive. And that's interesting because, like I said, he's half African. Bro, there's a reason why your African parent fled their homeland. Let's keep it a buck. White supremacy, that ain't got shit on African dictators, okay? Period. White supremacy cannot light a candle under African dictatorship, okay? It's not even close. That's why a lot of them niggas over there will give their fucking left testicle to come over to America and get and gain citizenship. But anyways, back to the point. Okay? The point is, these people, they yearn for victimhood. Okay? And the yearn is so strong, I mean, especially in this nigga Vic Mensa and most of these black celebrities, it's almost like they get a paycheck to do this. It's almost like they're prompted to come out and do this type of shit because nothing that they're saying is logical or makes any sense. They're telling black people who, if by any and all accounts, black people, black Americans, true black Americans, for the most part, are the oldest original Americans in this country. Okay? We for the most part, most of our bloodline, most of us are the oldest Americans, original Americans in this country. Even most of your white people in this country are not original Americans. Most of the white people in this country are immigrants. As a matter of fact, I think it's like 75% of the white people in America are European immigrants that came over from the whole give us your poor, give us your sick Statue of Liberty shit. So don't let no African nigga like Vic Mensa sit up here and tell you that you got something to be scared of. You're an American citizen. If anybody's an American citizen, it's you. I can trace my ancestors all the way back to the 1700s. Most people in this country, well, a lot of people in this country now can only go back to the 20s and 30s. So black folks, man, stop letting people tell you, man, what they gonna do to you. They gonna kick you out of where they gonna kick you to. It ain't nowhere for you to go. You're not African. Where they gonna kick you out to? But that's what y'all let these people do. Y'all let these people trick you out of your spot. Y'all let these people trick you out. You let immigrants come over here and trick you out of your spot. And you fall for it every time. Motherfuckers come over here from other countries, come over here, get comfortable, do the right thing, and surpass you just like that. You know why? Because black folks, black Americans, the only ones dumb enough to sit up and take what the Democrats say, hook, line, and sinker. We're the only ones dumb enough to give 90% of our vote to one party. Nobody else does that dumb shit. Y'all gotta wake up. I really do. Now let's get to this. My last example, which is gonna be 19 Keys, and I'm very disappointed in 19 Keys. Let's take a look at this though. Let's take a look at 19 Keys. All right, so 19 Keys says, when others are being oppressed, there's no such thing as minding your business. You're just waiting your turn because oppressors never stop oppressing. All right, then the caption says, when you mind your business during oppression, you're just waiting your turn. Oppressors don't retire, they expand. Fear disguised as neutrality is not a strategy. Movements fall because people unite too late. Build your alliances before the storm, so when the war comes, you don't stand alone. This isn't about illegals, which come in all shapes and sizes, but typically only get painted a black and brown. That's just a scapegoating tactics to the real. This nigga can never spell right. That's just scapegoating tactics to real problems we face in this country, and the real villains behind those issues. The elites have always divided the people, so the people never rise against them. Right? It's more nonsense, right? More nonsense. This doesn't have anything to do with the elites doing anything to divide anyone. All right? This is the president of the United States doing what a president is supposed to do, kicking out people who don't belong here. All right? And again, like, here we go with the whole black and brown coalition bullshit. All right, now, first and foremost, shout out to all my Latinos, man. Shout out to all my Latinos. I got a ton of Latino neighbors, and they are some of the best neighbors you could ever have. I swear to God. All right. So I got no serious issue with Latinos. But let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck. When the shoe's on the other foot, ain't no Latinos out here trying to ride for you niggas.
Look at my African American over here.
Ain't no Latinos riding for you niggas, especially the liberal Latinos in Los Angeles. Do y'all remember a few years back, right? A few years back, matter of fact, I did an episode on this. A few years back, the LA City Council president, who's a Mexican woman, was talking crazy about niggas and was caught on tape in 4K expressing her true feelings on how she was all for her own people, which I'm not mad at, and trying to stop the progress of black. She even called she even called some black kid a monkey or something. Like she OD'd. Matter of fact, I got that clip somewhere. Let me see if I can find it. Here we go. Got it right here. All right. Let me play this for y'all. Let me give y'all a reminder of who y'all niggas riding for right now in Los Angeles.
A major story this morning. Calls for LA City Council President Nuri Martinez to resign.
This all comes after racially charged comments were recorded and then leaked online. We have team coverage. Kara Finstrom is live at City Hall with those recordings, and Tina Patel has more reaction and protest. We will start off with Kara in downtown LA. Kara.
Good morning. Nuri Martinez, the president of LA City Council here, made those shocking comments allegedly during a redistricting meeting with LA Labor Federation President Ron Herrera and council members Kevin De Leon and Gil Cedillo. Take a look. The audio recordings posted on Knock LA allegedly catch Martinez using foul language while making numerous racially charged statements and slurs. The most striking surround Councilman Mike Bonin's 2-year-old son, suggesting the child was acting inappropriately during the 2017 Kingdom Day parade, then calling him a little monkey in Spanish. The LA Times reports the comments were recorded almost a year ago, and that De Leon also refers to Bonin as a 4th black member of the city council. Here's part of what Martinez allegedly said.
This white guy with the little black kid, which I was like, this kid is a beat down. Like, let me take him around the corner and then I'll bring him back. There's nothing you can do to control him. And I'm just like, oh my God.
You know, she is the president of the LA City Council. She sets the standard for decorum of the entire city council. So I find it really problematic this kind of language would come from her.
CBS 2 has not independently confirmed this, but Martinez not denying the validity, saying, in a moment of intense frustration and anger, I let the situation get the best of me.
So, I mean, there you go. A bunch of crap at the end, a bunch of fake ass apologies. But I mean, there we had it, right? The president of the Los Angeles City Council, who happens to be of Mexican descent, referred to a little black boy as a monkey. And there were also a lot of other things said in that conversation. Honestly, the monkey comment to me isn't even the most eye-opening thing she said, right? I mean, nobody's shocked. People call niggas monkeys behind their back all the time.
Blood clot.
Who cares? We probably call people worse, right? So damn that she called him a monkey, right? The thing that you should be paying attention to, and these tapes are available online. You can just Google this shit and you can listen to everything she said, right? She went on to talk about strategizing the Latino agenda and completely undermining the black agenda. That was the eye-opener for me when I heard these tapes. I don't care that she called somebody a monkey. The eye-opener should be that the president of the LA City Council, who is a Latina, is actively trying to undermine whatever the black agenda is in LA, which probably is useless, but still. That's her agenda. And she's in a private meeting with other members of the city council who happen to be of Latino descent, discussing how to handle these people. And I don't even think there's nothing wrong with that. It's nothing wrong with that, because I guarantee you the black city council members probably do the same thing. But when you niggas, and you black grifters and race baiters, when you get on the internet and on TV and tell us that there's some magical black-brown coalition, this is why I have to call bullshit. And this is why I'm telling you guys to use common sense when dealing with any other group. Use common sense. There is no coalition. These people are coming from other countries and they see you as someone that's in the way. You know what they call you niggas? They call you mayates, which means like a bumbling beetle or something. Just like a useless fucking organism flying around in the way. That's what they refer to you as, mayate. They coming here to take shit. They coming here to set up shop. And you dumbass niggas is out here protesting with them in the street to come over here illegally so they can take your shit. So don't come to me by no black and brown coalition. It doesn't exist. And look, like I said, look, I admire the way Mexicans roll in Los Angeles. And honestly, little do y'all know, Mexicans don't even really fuck with other Latinos like that. Mexicans care about the Mexican agenda first. They use other Latinos to galvanize to get more numbers, but they care about the Mexican American agenda first. And there's nothing wrong with that. But in turn, let them deal with Trump and ICE how they see fit, and stop trying to interject yourself into this conflict, because it has absolutely, positively nothing to do with your black ass. Trump is not gunning for us next. In fact, like I showed you guys earlier, Trump actually stated that the birthright citizenship shit is meant for black Americans, not for illegals. So for the life of me, I don't understand the ass backwards nature in which black folks operate politically. I don't understand it. You niggas are literally championing for a cause that directly affects your community in a negative way. Right? And by that, by negative, I mean that illegals are being crammed into your community first. Okay? They're crammed into your community first and take up the resources that are allocated for you. Look at what happened in Chicago and in New York City over the past couple years. You can look at Chicago. At damn near every city council meeting, the black residents were complaining about the strain that the illegals were putting on the community. See, and we're gonna get a little deep here. Pause. The problem here is that black folks are fighting an enemy that is all but non-existent at this point. See, they still think that the KKK is out to get them. See, we think we've accomplished something just because a couple of toothless hillbillies are pissed off over illegals taking over a city. But little do they know, and when I say they, I'm talking about black folks, their concerns, which is the hillbilly white folks, are actually what our concerns should be. But we're too busy playing checkers. Black folks are so blinded by surface level media reports that we don't see the deeper play being perpetrated by the Democratic Party. The more illegals that they cram into this country that they can get on the voting rolls, the less relevant you become to them politically. They already take you for granted every election. Every election, they take your ass for granted. But it's going to get even worse when they really don't need your black ass. It's going to get even worse. Because you've invested 90% of your vote to them. But if they can get 11 million illegal immigrants to vote, that'll cancel you out for at least a couple years. But here's the thing, though. Here's why Democrats are dumb. Yes, it will cancel the black vote out for a couple of years, maybe even a decade. But here's what they don't think about. These immigrants coming from these South American countries, right? They still have morals and values. Once they get on their feet, become real citizens, start families, start going to the Catholic church because they all Catholic, and start getting into their community bag, they're not going to vote for Democrats. They're going to go 100% conservative, just like the Latino vote is today. 60% of Latino men voted for Trump, and almost 50% of Latino women voted for Trump. But anyways, let's do this. This is what I want to do. I want to post the link to the to call in the YouTube chat real quick. I'm going to post the link, and I want to give people a chance if they want to call in to call in. Do that real quick. All right, boom. It's in the chat. I'll pin it to the top. And then what we'll do is we'll go to a quick commercial break. We'll see if we get any calls. If we get some calls, we'll take the calls. If not, we'll get up out of here. All right? Cool. Let's get it.
Yeah, my son so dumb, my son so dumb. Yeah. My son so dumb, IQ 21. He tried to make friends, but they call him Ching Chong. He eat the wonton, but he fat like Kim Jong. He's so ugly when he smile, he look like the King Kong. My son useless, can't play ping pong. He tried to get a date with the girl Soo Young, but she said hell no, cause he not that handsome. And my son so broke, can't buy the dim sum. Yeah. My son so dumb, my son so dumb. Yeah. My son is so dumb, yeah. He texts Mingly, but she pick me. Too bad he broke, can't buy the milk tea. If he talk back to me, then he get his ass beat. Cause if you try me, then I do the Tai Chi. Just listen to your mommy and go eat the kimchi. Or I sell your kidney for $2.50. Do not think I forgot you got being Chinese. Ancestor look down on you, go say sorry. Yeah. My son so dumb, my son so dumb. Yeah. My son is so dumb, yeah.
It doesn't matter what comes, fresh goes better in life. With Mentos fresh and full of life, nothing gets to you. Staying fresh, staying cool. With Mentos fresh and full of life, fresh goes better. Mentos fresh, fresh goes better with Mentos fresh and full of life.
Mentos, the fresh maker.
Violent crime is surging in Louisiana. Woke leaders blame the police. I blame the criminals. A mom should not have to look over her shoulder when she's pumping gas. I voted against the early release of violent criminals, and I opposed defunding the police. Look, if you hate cops just because they're cops, the next time you get in trouble, call a crackhead. I'm John Kennedy, and I approve this message.
All right, we are back, and it looks like we don't have any callers, which is perfectly fine with me. Ladies and gentlemen, I think I can go ahead and close this out. So, real quick, I want to remind you guys, if you're watching live or if you're watching on the playback, please don't forget to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, tap that notification bell, and select all. And listen, also, whether you agree or you disagree or you're indifferent, do me a favor, leave a comment in the comment section below. All right? Also, don't forget. Never forget. Tripping ain't easy, but somebody's got to do it. Peace out. Catch you in the next one.